Coming up on Unpacked, you're a perfectionist, basically. You are striving for a certain physical perfection.
Yeah, for me, not for
yourself.
people. Not for people.
Yes.
No,
That's what I was
don't live
going
for
to
people.
ask.
I live for me.
Why is it important for you to be memorable?
If you don't come back with a diamond ring, don't come back at all. Don't talk to me about prostitution that way, because to me, marriage is prostitution.
Today's guest lives a very large, loud, and proud life. And yes, her story is very interesting, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Let's unpack. Annie Cleary, popularly known as Barge Brazil, has come a long way since her days of stripping in Hillbrow and Randburg in the early 2000s. Originally born in Daleside, Meyerton, on a farm, Barge escaped from poverty and a broken home. Now she lives a fabulous life in the suburbs of Johannesburg as a mother, wife, and businesswoman. She is unapologetically herself and isn't afraid to tell it like it is. And her journey is not all it seems from the outside. This is her story. Let's unpack. I'm going to refer to you as Annie and say welcome to the show, Annie, because that's actually your birth name.
It is indeed.
It is Annie.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us on the show. But you actually are known as Barge Brazil. Where does that come from? Barge Brazil, the pink beast.
Well, I was known as Bobby Brazil when I used to be a stripper, since everybody likes talking about that past.
Yes.
But being stripping is, okay. But
it's a small part of your past.
It's a small part. I'm arrogant about it, actually. I like that. But now I'm older, I'm a mother, and I'm a businesswoman. I'm like, can we just leave that alone? This is focus moving along. But I was known as Bobby Brazil, the stripper, but now I've changed from Bobby Brazil to Barge Brazil because I can't compete with little girls calling themselves Barbie.
What is Barbie for those that don't know? Because obviously...
A doll.
A doll.
Skinny.
Yes.
Plastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm plastic as hell.
Tell me what you mean by I'm plastic as hell.
Fake boobs, fake ass, fake nose, fake lips, and everything else.
Yes.
Fake stomach, fake everything else. That's just, being a Barbie doll, just, giggling and then being known to be stupid.
Yes. Yeah,
I like the stupid part because I'm not. So I use that so I can just, pull the rug underneath people's feet. Like, ha, gotcha.
Why the love of plastic? I can see how it would make sense for your stripper life, but was there something within you that made you love plastic?
I just love perfection. And I've got OCD, by the way.
Yes.
So nothing is ever good enough for me.
Yes.
So everything, I just have to keep pushing the boundaries. I just keep going and going and going. Plus your age.
Yes.
The ass drops, the boob drops.
Yes.
So you can be like, no, my boobs look like a Chinese sleeper. So now we gotta be like, lift that.
Yes.
Those bazookas.
Yes.
And then the butt has to be nicely intact there.
Yes.
And the boobs and stuff, and the nose has to be kind of like fine, even though they didn't do my nose very fine. I have to do my nose again. So the lips have got to be poofy. They have to be poofy. You look abnormal and stuff. You can't match everybody. You can't look like an auntie next door. Like, really?
I hear you. So maybe share with me then. You said,
you can't be random.
You're a perfectionist, basically. You are striving for a certain physical perfection.
Yeah, for me, not for
yourself.
People. Not for people.
Yes.
No,
that's what I was
going to
ask.
I live for me.
Yes.
Everybody else must just, put their assets on ice. I got this.
Do you think those that maybe don't look a certain way are not perfect?
I don't care about them. I care about me.
Okay.
Who are they?
Yes.
Who are they?
How many plastic surgeries have you done?
I've had 2 boob jobs. I've got a third one pending.
To enlarge?
Yeah, bigger.
Yes.
And I've had a tummy tuck. I've had liposuction. I've had the fat injected in my butt. And then when you lose weight, and the fat goes. Yes. So it's just a waste of time and money.
Where did the fat come from that got injected into your butt?
They took it from my back.
Yes.
And stuff. And I wanted more to be taken out from my stomach and stuff. Like, but there's no fat there.
Yes.
It's all the slimming tea that I take that I sell
Yes.
in my business. You just melt like crazy.
Yes.
So there's no more fat and stuff. And then they won't inject me though.
Yes.
But I did have my butt injected from the fat they took from my back and stuff. I had a tummy tuck, and I had a nose job. I always get my lips pumped up to look more scary. So I want to be the auntie next door lookalike. Yes.
Describe for me what the younger version of yourself looked like compared to what we see today.
I was just a random skinny girl with perfect little virgin tatas, the tits.
Yes.
They were perfect. They were there. Not the saggy ones, not the funny looking ones that look like a top. But they were perfect, but they were not big enough. They were just there. Just being random.
Yes.
Like the person that would just go missing and nobody would like say, oh, we saw that person walking past. Right now, who would kidnap me? Like really? Good
You
luck.
mean like somebody who's forgettable?
Exactly. Just a random human being,
Why is it important for you to be memorable?
Because I'm a legend.
What makes you a legend?
Because I was born a legend. I'm not like anybody else. I don't speak like everybody else. I don't walk like them. I don't do what they do. I just do me. I don't live for people. My motto in life is screw the people. I am the people. That's just me. So really, come on, I'm unforgettable. So everybody has just to keep up, ship in or ship out. That's just me.
If we go back to your childhood, who was the young Annie? What is your earliest childhood memory?
I was shy. I was a shy person. Always wanting, always had to say, what had to be said. That's nice. And, be respectable, in everything else. And when people walk all over you, you just keep quiet. I was more like a little bit of a doormat. And I grew up as like, no. That is not life. Be yourself. Tell it like it is. That is you. Don't be what you are told to be. Be what you want to be. Be what you are. Everybody else must just back off. They can't keep up. They must ship out.
What was that life like, though?
Boring.
Because you're saying shy.
It was boring.
What was the home life like? Maybe describe the home life.
Do as your mother tells you. That's it.
So you were...
Don't question it. Just do what your mother tells you. And that was miserable. Don't question it. Just do as you're told. That's a doormat. That's not me.
Do you resent the old version of yourself?
Not really. I just don't care about it because I'm no longer it.
Do you like the old version of yourself?
Hell no. No. That's miserable. That's torture.
Was there anything specific that happened? Because you're using words like torture, and on a show like this one where we unpack different situations, we never want to be unclear when a person says torture, what they're referring to, because it could mean anything. What was torture for you? Was it abuse? Was it growing up in an environment where you were not seen, you were not heard? What was torture?
Just doing as you're told. That's torture. You have to have your own voice. You have to say, no, that's wrong, I'm not doing it. But then because you have to be respectful, you are Black, this is called respect. Respect your elders, you're a Black person, this is this and that. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But, growing up and then not being able to say, but mom, you're wrong, dad, you're wrong, aunt, you're wrong and stuff, that to me is torture. Because when you're wrong, you have to be addressed. Just because I'm younger, I don't have to sit and take your torture. That's what I call torture. Wrong is wrong, right is right. But growing up being told that, this is an older person is saying that to you, then it has to be that way, that is torture and that's abuse. That's torture.
Where did you grow up?
Daleside, and then I went to live in the farm in Friede with my father's side, the grandparents and the uncles and aunts because my mother doesn't have a family because she was kidnapped when she was little. So we went to live there, and then from there, we went to the township to live there by my mother's friend's place. And then we came back, we lived in Vosloorus, and then we went to Togoza, and then I decided, that's it, I'm out. I'm 18 now, I'm going to strip. I want my own money.
Was stripping your ticket out?
Duh. Of course.
But there's something that you mentioned, and I know you said it in passing. You say, Mom didn't have a family because she was kidnapped. Was this something that happened when she was a child?
Yes.
So
when she was very little, she didn't have much memory. She still kept on hunting for her family and stuff, and she still couldn't find them.
How did she discover, though, that the people that had her were not her family?
Because the woman who took her when she was playing with other kids.
Oh, so she was old enough to remember?
No, she was very little. She was not even 5 years old. But you remember your mother.
Yes, yes. And what can you tell me about Mom?
She's a very strong woman, feisty, mad as hell, and a praying warrior. I'm atheist, by the way, anyway. And she accepts that. So yeah.
But she prays for you.
All the time. And I tell her, please don't. You're going to drive me psycho. It's like, no, I will. And I do appreciate that because that's her.
How do you feel about the fact that Mom had that background? Do you feel like there's a part of your own personal identity that's lost because Mom doesn't have the pieces together of her story?
Well, she has her life. What she has now is her pieces of life. What she didn't have that she knows nothing about, we don't have to worry about that. Why must we worry about it could have been this way and what? We don't live like that.
So you don't feel like there's anything missing in the story?
There's absolutely nothing missing. I've got my mom.
And does she feel the same way?
She does. She does. But also, she still wants to know, where's my brother?
So there is something missing that she still asks.
Yeah, missing on her side. I can't speak for her.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. Yes. But for you, you don't feel like something's missing?
Duh, no. I don't worry myself about stuff that I cannot change. I always say in life, I always even tell my son that, you know what, as human beings, we were born to die. You are here to live your legacy. You were born to die. What lives must die. So why must you worry yourself about stuff that you can't change? Suddenly, then I'll start talking to your ancestors, and then suddenly I become a Sangoma. No, I'm not going there.
Talk to me about Dad. What was Dad's story in relation to yourself?
He's a dad.
What does that mean?
Should I call him a sperm donor then?
Okay, so now I get you. See, now you're saying, should I call him a sperm donor, as in he doesn't participate in your life? He's
there. He's a dad. He
No, tell me.
He's there. He's a father.
He's a father. Is he somebody you could call right now?
Hell no.
Okay. You couldn't call him right now. You can't say.
I don't even have his numbers.
Okay. Now we got to the part. You don't. Okay. So he's not. There is no active relationship.
I like him. He's a cool, funky, funny person. He's a dad.
Okay.
But I wouldn't call him. No.
Okay. So let's.
Not that I don't want to, but I just. Why must I call him?
Yeah.
For what?
So you don't want to call him?
For what?
To, I don't know, have a relationship with him, to connect with him?
No.
To say Happy Father's Day?
For what?
Because, that's what some people do.
Yeah, I'm not some people. I am me. I'm a legend. No, legends don't do that.
Okay.
It has to be done when it has to be done, but no, it doesn't have to be done. And he knows that, and he knows I don't hate him anyway.
Yeah. So now you go to the part where you decided, I'm 18, I want to be out of here. What happened to you?
It's actually a very funny story because I told them that I wanted to go and strip, right? And then my mother said, oh, great, you want to be a prostitute? You want to be playing with a dick day in, day out and stuff? Like, Mom, stripping is different. You black people don't get it. Once you say stripping is prostitution, I'm like, you know what? don't talk to me about prostitution that way, because to me, marriage is prostitution. Because, your man has to, pay lobola, right? Your parents have to negotiate. Your parents are pimps. Your husband is a client. And you are a hoe. You're a prostitute to that. So don't talk to me about stripping that way, because where I go there, I drop my pennies, nobody touches me, I get more money. Your boss pays me so much money and you get little money, like little peanuts. And then you're going to call me a prostitute with that? And then they gave me $20 because then they said, you go. I'm like, but it won't even carry me to go to the strip club and come back.
Okay, there's two things you just said. The first one you said, I think and I'm paraphrasing, something along the lines of you referencing black people, but you removed yourself. What do you consider yourself as?
A legend.
Are legends black? Are legends white?
They're all colors.
And in the case of yourself, because it sounded like you were saying you black people see stripping.
I didn't say you black people.
No, I know. Yes,
me.
I'm being clear. I'm being clear to say it sounded like you were separating, as in yes, as in.
Yeah, well, that's your case. It sounded that way to you, but that's not what I said. That's what I, entailed. So
yes,
you're stuck on that one.
Okay,
you're on your own.
So between that discussion of the family saying this is prostitution, you're going to be doing X, Y, and Z, right? Then you got to the part where you said marriage is prostitution.
Yeah, because I'm black and I'm talking about marriage and lobola.
Yes.
Do white people do lobola? Do you understand that we were talking about being black and me being black? So that's why I said you're stuck on that case. You're on your own.
No, so now, yeah. Let's move from the black part. Let's move from the black.
I'm black and proud. Let's stop.
Thank you. So let's move to the part about marriage and what you said. Do you believe that in the case of all situations, as in for you to be married, you wouldn't want lobola for yourself?
I don't care about lobola, but I did. My husband paid it because, I'm black and it means a lot to my parents. And I respected that because I'm a black woman.
Yes.
It was done.
Okay.
Thank you.
So now you decided you want to go strip and they only gave you $20. What did you do?
Here's the thing. My mother is still a domestic worker. So what she would do, they will give us money and say, you buy groceries and this and that and that. And then my brother, because he was not into this cooking madness and stuff and all that, so we will divide the money together. And then he will take half and I'll take half and I'll always save that money. So it's like, oh, they give me $20. I've been saving that money and stuff. I've been checking newspapers and stuff and checking strip clubs and stuff and checking the numbers. So I got money on the side. They don't know. I left. Packed my tiny little sexy outfits off to the strip club.
Was that as in you left for work or as in you moved out?
I moved out. I never looked back. And the money that I had saved, it was there. It was like $20, good for you. I've got the other money I didn't talk about. And then I would just eat bread and, butter and tea and stuff. Now keep the money, I wouldn't buy whatever, because my father would always come back home ready because he would go via the shisanyamas and stuff, and then he will eat. My mother will leave Monday and come back on Friday. So who am I cooking for? So I'll always keep the money. I'll check the newspapers. I'll just check the stuff. I'm like, okay, now I know where to go. I would call them. They say, now come over. And then when I went for my first interview, they looked at me. You know how strip clubs work. They look at you like, you're skinny, you're all lean and stuff. Like, no, you can start tonight. At times they say, well, you can get naked, but you don't have to take off, your undies and your bra and stuff. They just turn around and look like the body's good. We can see your punani from behind without you bending over. You're good for the club. Can you start tonight? You don't need to go and lose weight and and be on a diet and go to the gym. No, you're good. Guys will like you. We'll make money. We'll be busy.
So you got started, you started making your own money. What world, and I'm talking outside of the strip club, what life did that afford you?
A lot of things.
Is this where the plastic started or that was later?
No, that's when it started. Because my first boob job, I made the money when I was in Maputo. I went to Mozambique. In Maputo, the club, I stripped there. I think I made the money within 3 days for my first boob job. Yeah, you got to be a hustler, right?
And boob jobs or any plastic surgery is very expensive.
Very. It's not cheap.
So you went, did your first plastic surgery, and now you've been open to this world where you can start to look the way you want to look. What are the other things that you wanted in your life that you suddenly can have that you couldn't have before?
Start my own business without going to Umsobo and beg for money.
The youth fund. Yes,
Exactly. Queuing and stuff, no, that's just not for me. I'm an extremely impatient person. I want something, I want it now, I want it here and now. So you have your own money, you can travel, you can lock up your own flat, you just leave, you travel to wherever, you date whoever you want to date. You just travel.
Who did you start dating? No names.
No.
No names. No names. No names.
Definitely, I'm not going.
But I mean, I no names. But I mean the type of person, the type of men that you were attracted to.
The type of man. Do you mean the man I was attracted to, or the wallet I was attracted to?
Oh, okay. And that's honest. I respect honesty.
That's me.
And why was that so important to you?
Why must you date somebody who's broke? You want to date poverty? Are you serious? You got no money for me, don't even look at me. Don't waste my time. Where you going to take me to? Shisanyama? I don't go there. No, hell no. No.
So you are dating, you are traveling, you're doing all these things. When did you decide
Flying private jets without a license?
Wow.
Yes. That's my type.
When did you decide you are done with the stripping life?
When I met my husband. And then initially, I wanted to travel with him because he's never at home. He travels a lot. And then I was like, no, well, I can travel with you. And then I'll be stripping during the day while you're working.
Yes.
And then at night, it's you and me. And boom, I was pregnant because we decided that we wanted a child, but I was not getting pregnant. By the time we decided, no babies, we're going to have babies later after you divorce. Then I was pregnant. And then I was like, oh, shit.
So when were you able to get married? Because at that time, the divorce was not final yet.
It was not.
When did you guys get married?
We got married when our son was born in 2008. I think we were married in, was it 2014 or so? I don't remember. I'm not one of those women who says, we were married on this day. It was sunny. It was snowing. It was... No, I don't do that madness. We got married, and our marriage is not like... He proposed. I had to threaten him and say, if you don't come back with a diamond ring, don't come back at all. So he came back with it. That's just me. That's just me. That's my life. That's why I say I'm legendary. You want to marry me? I'm ready for marriage. You're not ready? Don't come back. Come back when you're ready. But in the meantime, I'll be doing other things. Take it or leave it.
Okay, so you already spoken about, you said to hubby, listen, it's either you're in or you're out. And he's like, cool, I'm in. You guys get married, and now you're a mom.
To a 13-year-old that's taller than me, I was almost a midget, eh?
You are not a midget.
I was almost a midget.
You are not.
Don't let the shoes fool you.
Yeah. Okay, so you marry hubby, and what has married life been like?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
Because it's so bad or so good?
It's just a bit of everything. It's just chaos. It's traumatic.
Was it what you expected it to be?
I didn't even know what to expect. I just wanted just a fabulous life. I got that, but then it's, the ups and downs and everything else, and the arguments and everything else, and me threatening divorce. It's like, okay, fine, go get it, and good luck, and telling them exactly why you're divorcing me. It's just a madness. It's crazy, it's funky, it's funny, and everything else. But I knew nothing about marriage. Trust me. I just wanted to be married, and then I got married. I'm like, oh, really?
What did marriage represent to you that you just wanted to be married?
I just wanted to be treated decently, be a decent lady, a wife, a mother and stuff. Not that fat and set, I'm not that kind.
How way back?
No.
So no, you didn't want the whole time.
For what? Exactly for what?
Before
Him and stuff. I was like, no, I was with him, and I was like, no, I'm doing fat and set with him. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this nonsense. This fat and set is like, what is fat and set? I was like, yay, you understand Afrikaans, so don't go there with me. You might be Irish, half English and Irish, but you know Afrikaans. Fat and set, no. When I'm an kiboroto, lata go shopong wa bea mutaflo wanja o fedisa lata plastic o fedisa kana.
Just like that. Lenyalo ke commitment.
Commitment. Pay la bola, treat me like a wife, give me my own allowance and shit. Do you get it? No, don't do like half and half and now 50-50. Yeah, mandoza. Yeah.
Are we back?
No.
I say for wait.
No. My hefty allowance like you did when we were dating, when you were still, being a husband to your wife, I had my own allowance. And I want a bigger allowance. Now, upgrade me, damn it. Upgrade me, marry me. I want my diamonds, I want my everything else, and I want the life of a wife.
I get a note say PC's life here.
Yeah, he did, and then he had to deliver. He took too long. So I had to tell him that if you come back without a diamond ring, don't come back, don't bother. Because the other time we had to move from Rosebank to Douglasdale, and I didn't tell him where we moved to. I said, this time I'm going to move from Douglasdale here from a penthouse. I won't tell you where I'm going. You won't find me.
So,
no, I just moved out because I didn't like the place. I wanted a bigger house. I wanted a penthouse, and I had to move. But he was still not engaged to me. So I was like, this time I'm going to move and you won't find me. So you come back with the ring or don't come back at all. So he came back with it and was like, here you go. I'm like, what's this like? What do you expect? That's how you proposed to me. Like, what did you expect? I'm like, is this an engagement ring? He's like, yeah, well, that's what you asked for. I'm like, you're not going to go on one knee. And so I was like, I'm an old man. I'm not going to do that. I'm like, okay, fine.
No, but right now we say our way back. We say our way back a proposal. We say our way back.
No, I just said, you come back with the ring or don't come back at all. That's a proposal. But he didn't go down on his one knee and propose. He said, well, that's what you want and you got it.
Yeah.
What more do you want? I'm an old man. I'm not going down on my knee. I was like, well, it's just well with me. It's a diamond ring. I'll put it on.
What has motherhood changed in you as a person?
Stretch marks?
Is that all? Everybody will say, I now love differently. There's something you say, what?
Well, I had stretch marks in awkward places. I had to lighten up. The lighter you get, the more, because you're competing with the lightness of the stretch marks. So you look, better. But it's the stretch marks and...
Is that why you did the lightnings for things like blemishes and improving your appearance?
And apart from what I had here, that the doctors couldn't help me with, skin lightening worked better. That's why I decided to turn it into a business. That's why I sell skin lightening creams and stuff. But it's the stretch marks and what else? My boobs got a little bit saggy.
Yes.
Because I had to breastfeed my child. The OCD just kicks in.
Yes.
My child has to be breastfed and everything else. I just have to be a perfect mom and everything else. And loving. Because I thought I could love. I have loved. But I realized all this time it was just, I don't know, it was something weird. I'm just trying to find myself there. I never knew what love was until I became a mother. Then I had to love that little psycho called Cognac. That put me off Cognac. I had to name him Cognac because I couldn't drink my Cognac because of him. He just put me off a lot of things and everything else. And then I realized that now I think I can safely say I can love.
Yes.
I love my husband, but really my son comes first. And the next is my dogs, my 6 pink dogs, and then my husband.
It's number 3.
Yes.
Okay.
He's the last one.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5, 10 years?
Should I talk about it, really? It's too juicy. I just can't
tell us.
No.
Tell us.
No.
As long as it's your truth and it's not something that's private that you don't feel comfortable sharing.
It's not fair to my husband, so I'd rather not say.
And business?
Yeah. All over the place. International like I am, because I do a lot of interviews as well as international, because my creams sell, overseas and international with the interviews that I do, so people know about my creams. and everything else. And I just do a lot of things. It's designing this side. I've put designing on the side because you know what? Skin lightening is just everything. Trust me. Because people have got a lot of skin problems and stuff.
Yeah.
And I also have recently on my face with the mask and stuff. And then we've been having all these issues, the breakouts and everything else. And everybody wants to be flawless, you know? And everybody wants a nice touch, you know, a nice crotch, you know, up in sesame. It doesn't have to compete with our car tires, right?
Yes.
Look at it.
Ooh,
it looks like it doesn't belong to you. Like,
ooh,
that's not mine. So I'm doing well in that, you know, the armpits and stuff, and you know, just being flawless, and then the knuckles and stuff, you know, not looking like a top deck, like a zebra and stuff. You know, you just have to be flawless. You know, the neck has to match the face, and you know, everything else
come together.
Slay.
Yes. How do you want to be remembered?
Just the way I am.
Just the way you are.
Unpredictable.
Final words for everybody watching. Legendary. See, I was waiting for that word. Final words for everybody watching at home.
Final word.
What would you like South Africans and those watching abroad to know?
Just be you. Be yourself. Be kind to yourself. And it's okay to be selfish. Put yourself first, okay? Look after your skin. Match. Be good. Be kind. Be legendary.
Be legendary.
Be legendary. Fear nobody but yourself. You know, when you wake up and you're like, I'm only scared of the devil I see in the mirror there, which is me.
Yeah.
You're done. Everybody else must just put it on ice.
Put it on
You
ice.
are the it shit. They must sit.
Thank you so much for coming. And you brought a lot of color to the show and a lot of pink. Thank you so much for talking to us. And I respect your honesty and your ability to just be yourself without allowing the world to tell you who you are or who you should be. Thank you for joining us.
And thank you for inviting me. You and your beautiful big hair.
Thank you. Hashtag Unpacked with Relebogile. You guys know we could continue this conversation forever. And I know there's a nugget you took out of the many things that she has said. The one I'm taking out of it is be yourself. Be yourself. Thank you for joining us. Good night. Next time on Unpacked.
I left him on the night he almost killed me.
A bad company corrupts a good character.
You were not aware at the time that this person is in prison. Unpacked with Relebogile Mabotja. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 p.m. on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Television edited broadcasts weekdays at 5 p.m. Open up to S3.